What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Back here today on NBA 2K24, here to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, because as we know, they landed Donovan Mitchell out of nowhere when he was, about to be traded to the Knicks. It felt like it just was inevitable. It was going to happen, right? So the Knicks, it didn't happen. The Cavaliers came out of nowhere, and they traded for him. And since then, people have talked about the idea that Donovan Mitchell won't stay in Cleveland past his contract. He's not happy there. He always wanted to be in New York. So I wonder if the Cleveland Cavaliers see it this way as well. And obviously this video is premature because, the season just started, but we're going to talk about the idea that the Cavaliers may trade Donovan Mitchell at the trade deadline. It's going to be doing a trading Donovan Mitchell Cavaliers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, guys, I'm down bad this morning. We're down horrendous. I told you guys yesterday in the community tab, if you saw it, I was going to upload a 10-year rebuild today, and that was the plan. It really was. I was recording the 10-year rebuild for over an hour and a half. The last final season, I'm not even kidding, the final season, my computer blue screens, and I lost all the footage. So I apologize dearly that today is not a 10-year rebuild instead. But I can't find myself to redo it right now. That was a lot of work that just went down the drain. I was super frustrated. I was literally punching my desk. Like, I was down bad, bro. I was angry. And there's nothing I can do about it at the end of the day. So there's really no point of being that mad about it. It just sucks, man. It really does. But it is what it is, which is why we have pivoted to this, talking about the idea that Cleveland may look to move Donovan Mitchell if they feel like he wouldn't stay and wouldn't re-sign. Now, will it happen this season? Most likely not. But I do want to hear you guys' opinions on this. Like, what do you guys think about Donovan Mitchell? Is he going to stay in Cleveland long term? Is he going to get traded eventually? Is the Cavaliers going to see the writing on the wall? Here's a trade that I did. It's with the Knicks, of course, right? It's with the Knicks. It's the obvious team to always do. But instead of like this video, or instead of like the same trade that I did with the Timberwolves, where I traded Cat to the Knicks as well, where I took Mitch Robinson, Emmanuel Quickly, Evan Fournier. Instead, I did something a little bit different today. We take RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes in first. I think RJ Barrett is the guy the Cavaliers would want, because I feel like RJ can still help the Cavaliers stay, pretty good. So I feel like RJ would be a guy that the Cavaliers would want in return if they were to trade Donovan Mitchell. So there's 3 first-round picks. I also have Quentin Grimes included in this trade as well. I feel like the Knicks, I could have taken Emmanuel Quickly, but I have gotten him in some videos before, especially in the Cat video. So I decided not to do Emmanuel Quickly. Quentin Grimes to change it up a little bit. And the Knicks have like Dante DiVincenzo they can have start at that 2 spot. Now, and of course, now they have Donovan Mitchell. So yeah, after that, they'll be fine. So with that all being said, with Donovan Mitchell being gone now, this is what the rotation is looking like. So I don't know what it would look like at the trade deadline. They're the 7th seed right now in the East. Like, it's kind of weird to think about that Donovan Mitchell would just want out of a good situation like this. But I guess if his heart is set on being in New York eventually, then maybe it's possible. I don't know if it is or not. I guess we'll see. But it's Garland, Quentin Grimes, RJ, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Max Strus, Karis LeVert, Isaac Okoro, and Ricky Rubio. So we're going to go ahead and summate the rest of the season with the way things are right now. I'll probably end up moving on from Jarrett Allen as well, but I'll keep him at least for now. But let's see how this season goes with Donovan Mitchell being gone. Let's see if we can stay like a top team in the Eastern Conference now that Donovan Mitchell is no longer in the building. But of course, you guys already know today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. It's you against the numbers, you against projections. They have all kinds of sports, not just basketball. If you watch other sports, they got 3-pointers made. They got block shots. They got rebounds, blocks, plus steals, turnovers. Like, there's all kinds of stats you can go ahead and put the over or the under on. And that's how it is. It's that simple. You pick over or under on the stat that they give you. So let's say we thought Ingram is going to score more than 25.5 tonight. We think Brunson's going to go off and, score more than 23.5. We simply put this in, put however much you want in your entry. And just like that, you're going to have, maybe a chance at 3 times your money. If you want to sign up for PrizePicks, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. It enhances your watching experience. I find PrizePicks a lot of fun to watch basketball even more. Just kind of an extra sweat in the game. So thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. At the end of year 1, Jokic wins MVP. Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6-man Giannis Defensive Player. Paul Reed, Most Improved. And Trazer, Clutch Player of the Year with Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. So you got Nikola Jokic. I don't know if we'll have any All-NBA representatives here. I think Garland could make one next year because he progresses like crazy in 2K. But I'm curious to see how the Knicks do with Donovan Mitchell as well. So I'm going to keep tabs on them. We end up being the 6th seed in the East after trading Donovan Mitchell away. So if you look at the end of the season stats, 23-8 from Garland, 21 from RJ, 16-12 from Evan Mobley with 2 blocks, 15-11.5 from Jarrett Allen, 14.5 from Strus, and then 10 from LeVert. So let's see how we do against a team like the Milwaukee Bucks, who of course have Dame and Giannis. So not going to be very easy to take this team down. I'm going to keep tabs on the Knicks as well, going up against the Celtics. But we are going to get swept by the Bucks. I feel like if there's any team that matches decently well against the Bucks, it would be the Cavs as far as size is concerned, but it doesn't matter. We lose. But the Knicks beat the Celtics in 7. So with Donovan Mitchell, no, Bucks go on to beat them. Bulls somehow make it to the conference finals. Bucks beat them. Bucks Clippers, and Dame is going to fall short of winning a championship. But Paul George finals MVP for the Clippers. So the Clippers finally get it done. LeBron James retires. Man, it's just, I'm so down bad seeing this because, as I said, I recorded a 10-year Lakers rebuild. I don't know if I mentioned that. It was a 10-year Lakers rebuild. And yeah, it just got pissed away, man. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Whatever. Draft lottery time. Let's see what happens here. So we got Spurs number 1. We did get that Knicks pick, which ends up being ends up being 27. So we're gonna have the 27th pick in this draft. You know, it can always add rookies to the team. So do we fire JB Bickerstaff? I don't think so. I feel like we got more moves to make. So Jarrett Allen is someone I do consider wanting to trade away, but it has to be for the right guy. Because obviously we could just keep Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley together, and that's awesome. Like, there's no reason to like pivot off that if we don't need to. Because right now we could start RJ Barrett at the 3, obviously. Although we could slide RJ to the 2 if we wanted to as well. There's a lot of different options here. But we have Quentin Grimes who can be a starter for the foreseeable future. So let's just go. Actually, we have 20 and 27. So we have 2 first-round picks. Don't know if there's like anybody I could throw out there to like make some big trade right now. But like, if I looked at it right now, because our starting 5, obviously Isaac Okoro hits the bench now, which maybe makes him more expendable. We'll see. But yeah, if I was to trade anybody right now, it'd be Jarrett Allen. But if I traded Jarrett Allen, let's say we threw 20 and 27 as well, Jarrett Allen's still a really good player. So I'm going to want a good return if we're going to do something like this. Like Aaron Gordon's interesting, but 7th overall pick, we can move up in the draft. That's not really what I'm looking to do right now. I think our best deal is just go in here and draft at 20 and 27 and just add a couple rookies to the team. So we're going to take Gary Diaw with 20. And then at number 27, we are going to take Trevin, however you say his name. So welcome to the Cavaliers, my friends. You guys are now new Cavs. So Gary Diaw, Trevin, welcome to the roster. Player options, Fournier, $19 million. We could use it to make a trade if we wanted to, which is tempting. But at the same time, the CBA is tough. So I don't know. Is there anybody out there that like I'm going to decline it. Because I don't know if there's going to be anybody out there that's going to be worth going for. Amani Bates, Isaac Okoro. I do want to bring back Isaac Okoro because I don't want to just lose the asset for nothing. So I'm gonna re-sign Isaac Okoro, even if he's not like a long-term guy we're keeping around. I think it makes sense not to lose him for literally nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and keep him around, and then we should have the ability. We don't have a crazy MLE, never mind. So Okoro's back, but now we look at our roster: Ty Jerome, Gary Diaw, Ricky Rubio. We have Quinn Grimes, Karis LeVert. We have RJ Barrett, Max Strus, Isaac Okoro. We have Evan Mobley and Georges Niang, and then we have Jarrett Allen. So we have a lot of contracts at our disposal. Right now, the main position to upgrade would be the 2 spot if they were going to do anything, but I do like Quentin Grimes as a starter, to be honest with you. 3-and-D starting shooting guard doesn't feel bad. So the only other thing I can think to do is to upgrade the center position, but Jarrett Allen's still a really good center. So like, if we're going to get an upgrade, it's going to have to be somebody like phenomenal. So I don't know if that exists out there right now. Like Sabonis, I guess, is someone we could consider, but I actually think I'd rather move Evan Mobley to the center's position and maybe get a better power forward if that was on the table. Like if there was a power forward that like we have to go for, we can't pass up on, then that's something we'd have to consider as well. Like Jeremy Grant, not something I would go for right now. I'd pass on that. Giannis, obviously untouchable. DeRozan, Mobley. I mean, maybe we just keep Mobley and Jarrett Allen. Let's not force things, and let's just simply upgrade the bench. Like that's the main thing I think we need to do. Like our backup point guard spot is not good right now. Backup 2 is fine with LeVert. Strus and Okoro is great, and then we can have Strus or Okoro play some spot power forward minutes, which they're both kind of small, but it's fine. We also need a backup 5, so that wouldn't hurt either. So let's make a couple trades just to improve the bench. I think let's keep it simple, at least for this offseason. So I'm going to go talk to the Golden State Warriors about Kevon Looney. He just had 5 points, 12 rebounds. I'm willing to offer 2 second-round picks, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome. I think Looney is even worth a first-round pick, so I'll go 3 seconds on this trade. They don't agree to it right away. I'll even go 4 seconds because I think Kevon Looney is that good. So Kevon Looney, welcome to the team, our brand new backup 5 to back up Jarrett Allen. Another guy I always like to get is Daniel Gafford, but I think Looney is a great way to change things up here because I don't get him all that often. So welcome to the team. Kevon Looney as our new backup 5. We still need to improve the bench quite a bit. So Strus and Okoro, still good pieces. LeVert, on the other hand, still don't mind him as like a 6-man guy, so that's fine. I feel like if we could throw like Georges Niang and some other guy together and maybe get like a good backup point guard, maybe we do it. Like Gary Diaw, though, could become that for us in the future. So let's say it's Dean Wade, or maybe we just sign someone. Let's just sign a backup point guard. So I think Gary Diaw could be good enough next season for us. So Beverly is not great, but Beverly is always someone that, you know, is on competitive rosters. So we'll bring him in, and he'll probably regress, but we'll figure it out. Amani Bates, Craig Porter are back. So we have Garland, Mobley, Allen, RJ, Okoro, Strus, Quinn Grimes all up and overall. Beverly only goes down 1. So I think with Gary Diaw playing in the G League, at least for this season, he could be our backup point guard immediately next season. So I'm cool with that. We add Looney. That was pretty much it. I don't think we did anything else too crazy. We re-signed Okoro. The main thing is figuring out if Jarrett Allen is here to stay for the foreseeable future. Like, we have these picks, and we have Jarrett Allen's contract. Jarrett Allen is still a very, very good player. It's just a matter of, as I've been saying, like, we got to find a way to upgrade if we're going to trade him. Like, we're not just going to trade him for nothing. So we got to cut 2 players, unfortunately. So let's cut Craig Porter. That's easy. And then we'll cut Sam Merrill as well. We'll keep Amani Bates around. But rotationally, Power is going to land us at 5th overall. We are at 4.5 defense, actually. Pretty nice. Okay. So rotationally is what we're looking like. Garland, Grimes, RJ, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Okoro, Kevon Looney, Max Strus, Caris LeVert. Really good team. Not bad at all. And then we're going to move Gary Diaw to the G League, and we're going to do the same thing with Trevin, who might be able to be good right away next season as well. So 4.5 proficiency at defense. Kind of surprised by that. Like, I mean, Jarrett Allen and Mobley obviously are great fits, but like Grimes, I guess, is a good fit as well. RJ, pretty good fit, and Garland's not even a bad fit, which is pretty interesting. But I'll see you guys either at the trade deadline or at the end of this season. We'll just kind of see how things go, but fill it out. So we started the trade deadline because we're 33-19 on the season right now, and I'm looking to potentially get a familiar face here in Cleveland. Now, I don't know what the roster or the rotation is going to exactly look like if we do get this to happen, but I kind of want to go talk to the Jazz about Lauri Markkanen, Utah Jazz Lauri Markkanen, who used to play in Cleveland. Of course, he was traded from from Cleveland to Utah. And he is, no, they're bad. They're 9-44. They are very, very bad, like very bad. So I wonder if they would consider trading him away. We bring him into the team. I don't know where we'd put him, but he's on a 5-year deal. So we don't even have to worry about re-signing him in the offseason. And right now in the season, he's averaging 20 points, 37% shooting from 3. I want Lauri Markkanen on the squad. I do. We're 33-19. I don't necessarily need to make this move, but I think it could be well worth it in the long run. So $18 million is still an easy way to match the salary as well. I think we offer LeVert, and we also offer one of our young players. Like Trevin may never get minutes now. We're going to have Markkanen on the team. So we're going to offer this first-round pick. We're going to offer this 2028 Knicks pick, and then we're going to also offer this Jazz swap with them. You know, we don't have to worry about, I mean, I guess it doesn't, I mean, I guess I don't know if that really benefits them, though. So let's just offer a 2029 first instead. So let's say it's all this for Markkanen. They agree. Lauri Markkanen, welcome to the Cavaliers, my friend. I have no idea where we're going to play you just yet, but I think what we do is we slide RJ down to the 2 spot, and we'll have Markkanen start at that 3. So now we have an extra big lineup. Now, I know the proficiency is defense, so that's going to change things here, but we're going to move this down to a balanced, and we're going to, I think balanced seems to go better anyway, so I'm not really worried about moving this to balance, but Markkanen back in Cleveland, so now we have a squad that looks like this for the rest of the season. It's going to be Garland, RJ, Markkanen, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Isaac Okoro, Quinn Grimes, Kevon Looney, Max Strus. Really good bench. Starting 5 looks a lot better with Markkanen coming back, so I love that as well. We still keep Jarrett Allen, so the size is still definitely there. These 3 guys reunited with RJ and Garland in the backcourt. So Garland, of course, is the smallest guy on the roster right now in our starting 5. Everyone else is pretty big. So RJ, small forward size. Markkanen, power forward, center size. Evan Mobley. Yeah, so we're a big team, which I like. So let's keep simulating 33-19. I can only imagine we're even better with Markkanen on the team. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. Shea wins MVP at the end of year 2. Collier rookie of the year, the Timberwolves, which is actually a really good get for them. Chris Paul, 6-man, 80 defensive player. Halliburton, most improved, and Cat clutch player of the year. So Shea, Luka, John Morant, Jokic, Halliburton. Garland might make one of these, and he does. So Garland, All-NBA second team, and then we don't get like Mobley or anything like that, but we do get him on all defensive team, which is cool. And then that's it seems. So not too shabby. We end up as the first seed in the Eastern Conference. So Markkanen comes back, and things are just vibing right now. So 27, 20, 20, and then 20. So a lot of scores here in the starting lineup, which is great. Jarrett Allen, 15 and 10, and a block and a half still. And then Mobley, 2 blocks. So yeah, defensive front court's nasty. Markkanen added to the team, more size. You love to see it. So let's see if we can go win a championship. It would be awesome if we can match up against the Knicks in round 2. We have Donovan Mitchell now. So that'd be a fun series. Hopefully get that one. We'll see. We got to beat the Pacers or they got to beat the Pacers. We got to beat the Pistons. So Detroit added Kawhi. Kind of scary, not gonna lie. Asar Thompson still here. Ivy, Cade Cunningham. Semi-current round against Detroit, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, so the Pacers unfortunately knock off the Knicks. We do not get a Donovan Mitchell versus a former team series. That sucks. But Halliburton, Mathurin, Tobias Harris, Jarris Walker, Miles Turner. I mean, I respect Halliburton, but I feel like our roster's better. I guess we'll see what happens. Somebody current round, and we're going to sweep them. So we're in the conference finals, but we get to play the 76ers, who have Harden, even though who knows what's going to happen there. We're still questioning what's happening there. Maxey, Richardson, Paul Reed, Joel Embiid. Their bench is really bad, though, like really, really bad. So hopefully you can take advantage of that. It's not like our bench is like crazy good, but it's at least better than theirs, I would say. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. We're taking care of them, right? Maybe not. 3-1. Beat them in 5. Yes, we do. We're in the finals. Let's go. And we get the Thunder. So the Thunder, of course, are one of those teams you don't love matching up against. They got Shea, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams. They added Jalen Duren. They have Chet, Isaiah Joe. Yeah, if I were them, I would be starting Jalen Duren and Chet together and have Jalen Williams play that 3 spot. Lou Dort, I do like, although he's a good defender. So, I mean, I can understand playing him. Game 1, 1-0. Beat them by 4 to start things off. 37 to match Shea's production. Game 2, 2-0. Wow, we're about to sweep the Thunder? No way, right? 3-1? Beat them in 5? Let's go. Okay, just like that in year number 2, we've already won a championship. With trading Donovan Mitchell. It's a W. Obviously, I'm not going to end it there, though. We're going to go one more season. Let's go one more season on this. My voice is kind of killing me. I'm not going to lie, because as I said, I talked for like an hour and a half, and now here I am doing this video. So, yeah, it's an extra, daunting task on my voice, but I'm ready to fight through it for one more season at the very least. So, draft lottery time. Thunder get number 1 via the Jazz, which is crazy, but staff signs, Jimmy Bickerstaff. We just won a championship, so obviously it makes no sense to go ahead and fire him now. So we'll keep him around on his 1-year deal. Let's go straight to player options. Actually, do we have a draft pick? I highly doubt it. I don't think we did. No, we didn't. All right, player options. Let's see what this is looking like. So we're gonna have nobody here. Qualifying offers: Amani Bates, Mobley, Quentin Grimes. No brainer to re-sign Mobley. I mean, even Amani Bates, I want back. So let's no brainer re-sign all these guys. Even Looney as well. We give up quite a bit to get. Quentin Grimes, no brainer. Evan Mobley. No brainer. So let's just bring them all back. Not even hesitate. The Pacers trying to get him for me. Kevon Looney goes to the Brooklyn Nets. That's a huge loss. Even though, wow, I thought we'd get him easily, but he says no, he's going to the Nets. Okay, that sucks. He was probably a big reason. Rebounding is an important stat in 2K, and he was probably a huge reason for that. So that sucks to lose him, not going to lie. But we can get a different power forward in the building. I think still, or a different center. I think Strus and Okoro, they're expendable. We can sign like a small forward or power forward and then be fine. So like, if we sign like Terrence Williams, Chumo Kiki, let's say we sign Chumo Kiki to be our backup 4, maybe he goes up in overall, and I think we trade for a backup 5, even though we just did last offseason, but here we are again. So I'm willing to trade. Do I trade Okoro or Strus is the question. I mean, Okoro's younger, might go up in overall more. So if I throw Strus out there, who's a better shooter, what backup center can I get? Tillman's being offered, Robinson, Derek Lively. We can get Isaiah Stewart, Zach Collins. Getting Isaiah Stewart's interesting, but I don't really necessarily want him. Zach Collins, though, I wouldn't mind this too much. Backup 5, 11.6 rebounds. Nurkic also good rebounder, 11 and 12. I guess if the Suns were tired of Nurkic and thought maybe they could go, get a different small forward who could shoot for them, why not? Let's do it. I don't trade for Nurkic ever, so let's change it up. Let's get Houston Nurkic to be our backup 5 to back up Jarrett Allen. So let's go in this next season with this last rotation. Gary Diaw, I'm hoping, goes up like crazy as well. We just sent him to the G League, drafted him last year, so hopefully he's a huge part of what we're doing this year. But Diaw's up to a 77, so that's crazy, or that's good. Nurkic down to an 80. Quinn Grimes, 81, 81, 86, 92, 92. So expecting to probably bring home another championship here. We're just going to try to go for that 2P really quick. My voice is really killing me, so I'm just going to go for this 2P and hope that it works out. So let's get into this final season here. Final season, rotationally, Park is going to last at first overall, 4-star balance still, and then this is what it's looking like. So Garland, RJ, Markkanen, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Coral, Quinn Grimes, Yusuf Nurkic, Gary Diaw. I'll see you guys at the end of, I think this is year number 3 now. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of year 3, Giannis wins MVP, Tiller Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul 6-man, Defensive Player Giannis, and Usman Garuba Most Improved. Giannis Clutch Player, and then Chauncey, of all people, wins Coach of the Year. That is never going to happen. Chauncey sucks, I'm going to be honest. Jonathan Ship, Executive, and then do we get Garland? Yes, we do. Evan Mobley, but all-defensive team Evan Mobley? Nope. But does make an all-defensive second team. So, Garland still making all-NBA teams. You love to see it. We're the first seed in the Eastern Conference once again. The Knicks are in the playoffs, so that the idea, unless they lost Donovan Mitchell, which they may have. No, he stuck around. So, We can still maybe play the Knicks to end off this video. We'll see. But we're the first seed in the East. If we look at the stats for the season, yeah, 25 from Garland, 20, 18, 17, and 13. So pretty solid stat line all around. The Nets in round 1, they got Brogdon, Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Clowney, Claxton, Kevon Looney went to them. So it sucks to have lost him. But we'll see how it goes. Somebody current round against the Nets, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, the Knicks do stay alive. I would love to see them in these conference finals, but we got to play the Pacers first. So they've replaced Benedict. Actually, no, they added Jalen Green and Kev Mathurin. So Jalen Green signed a lucrative deal to stay or to go to the Pacers. They have Klingon. They got Miles Turner still. They got Brook Lopez now as well, who's on an $8 million contract. So Pacers have a squad, I'm not going to lie, but we're still better, and we do get to play the Knicks in the video. That's a beautiful way to end this one. So Donovan Mitchell and the Knicks, the trade we made originally, their roster is really good. I feel like our roster is quite good as well. So this is going to be one for the ages. It's going to be a good one. Obviously, these two teams matched up in real life as well in this last season. So here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Beat them 144-113, 31 for Markkanen. Game 2, 2-0. Are we about to sweep the Knicks? We're about to sweep the Knicks. Nope, they might win. That's what you get, Donovan Mitchell, for wanting to leave us. That's what you get, which, again, isn't actually, the case yet, but it could be. We'll see. Pelicans, Cavaliers, CJ McCollum, Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Bobby Portis. Do we win a championship in this one? Let's see. We're going to beat them in 5, and just like that, we win another one. I would go for the 3-peat, guys, but I got to end this, man. I got to rest my voice for the weekend. We'll be back Monday. I'll try to do that 10-year rebuild again on Monday, potentially, unless if something else comes to mind. But yeah, I apologize that this wasn't a 10-year rebuild today. My fault. I should have clicked stop recording and then started another clip and not lost all that footage. I was stupid for gambling with an hour and 30 minutes of recording, and I feel dumb. But you live and you learn, right? Thank you guys for watching, as always. Enjoy basketball tonight, of course. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.